Yeah, I go connect for them. You don't know my mom. I dey believe in God, I dey believe myself. I fight my fight. Plenty things I talk will come true. No size, I get eagle eyes. Darkness don't feel wrong light. Make them come, we go on myself. No size, I get eagle.
I believe that at this stage, many in Ghana are waiting for Sunday. The Presidential Cup at the Accra Sports Stadium, and already Shatta Wale has been mentioned or has been billed to be the guy who is giving us that performance that the whole Ghana, in fact extensively the whole world, because TV stations will be streaming live. At least I've heard of GH1 TV streaming live, I've heard of Max TV streaming live, I've heard of Wizard TV streaming live, and other bloggers and other private media platforms who will be part of this. But what does this mean to Ghana? What does this mean to Shatta Wale? And also hear some other artists, Kweku Smoke, in Promise, or some other artists will be performing before the match, and then the main deal, which is the Super Bowl, Ghana's Super Bowl halftime, where Shatta has been built to perform. What does this mean? We are just going to be sharing ideas, and the Presidential Cup or the President's Cup, these and many more, that is what we're going to do exclusively here on the show. So yesterday in the evening, let me just go online, or let me just get some information, or what my lawyer, Judge Desert, will say, exhibit, to see what some of these things mean to us. Shatta made a post on his Facebook platform, and he said, "Doing this for Ghana music and sports. Fans, let's go." And he shared a flyer which says the President's Cup 2025, Accra House of Folk versus Asante Kotoko. Sunday, 6 July. Kickoff is at 4 p.m. The President John Mahama will be there alongside some dignitaries here in Ghana. Accra Sports Stadium will be full, 360 thin, right here. So what do you know about the President's Cup? And I don't know if you have been following it keenly over the years.
Oh yeah, I've been doing that. I think Presidential Cup, especially when it involves Kotoko and Has, okay, there are a whole lot of issues that you have to clear. I mean, for the team to even agree that they will play, it will be an INCP.
Why they don't want to play?
Yeah, sometimes they will come up with some demands that it will be an issue.
Because it has some political twist in there.
Even apart from the political angle, I think I remember one of the times that they wanted to play, Kotoko were demanding something different from what Has was also demanding.
They were not ready to take the same thing.
Yeah. Kotoko will say no, because our people will come more. We want to take 100,000. Then Has will say no. If you give Kotoko 100,000, we do 100. So we were having issues with that kind of thing. Okay. But at any point in time, they will come to a compromise, or they will get to a position that they say, okay, we are okay to do it now. Okay. Then it will come on. So it is not, I think when they started, it was a bit regular, but at the point that some demands will come and other stuff, then they were not doing it yearly like the way that they planned the whole thing about the Presidential Cup. But I think this time around, it is so smooth. I don't know why, if Mohammed's magic is working or not. And obviously,
I don't know if you've seen videos of the teams preparing. Some dignitaries going. I saw the Ashanti Regional Minister going to the camp of Asante Kotoko during one of their training sessions, and they are publicizing all those things.
Yes,
part of it. And again, for the first time, I've seen them putting attention on the artists performing. Shatta flyers from the ministry. Of course, the ministry put us on flyer. I know another conversation.
Yeah, for another
fans sharing it all over here and there. And again, the fact that many people are now having conversations, talkability about the President's Cup, which has not been. I remember the last one they played. Hey, the park was even empty. The last one that they played, the park was empty. I remember this very, very well. No publicity around it, but this time around, Sporty FM, the guy who moved from Joy FM to Gary R. Smith, thank you. Gary R. Smith from yesterday has been putting out various information left, right, and center, telling people Shatta Wale is performing like he was putting it as an exclusive information. Then later, the rest of the people came to join, fans here and there.
Yeah.
So it looks like this particular President Cup, some small attention and some small details are out there for people to follow. But for the past years, it has not been like that. Maybe it is because it's Mahama's first attempt at it when he became president. And I want to believe it is part of the reasons there seems to be so much publicity and hype around it. So on Sunday, I know the attention is going to be very, very huge. But I don't know what you have been able to gather so far, Chemo.
Yeah. So historically, well, the time that I started following it was in the 2000s. So I thought that was the time that I started. But just a little research now, I got to know that no. Way back in 1969, they were doing
President Cup.
Yes.
Wow.
That's as far back as 1960 now. And I think that in the 80s too, they were doing it.
Okay.
1984, they did it 69, they did it 84. So when Buzia became prime minister, then they did it in honor of Buzia in 1973.
Okay.
Before then, Kutu Champon also took over.
Okay.
They did it. In fact, the idea is to honor the president at that time, or the leader of the nation at the time.
Okay.
So in honor of the president. Then after I think the Champon one, the thing went off. I don't know if because of the coup issues and other things, or maybe Rollins was not so enthused about the football thing.
Okay.
So it only came back in 2023. That's the time that me, in particular, I took interest in it. I was following it then.
Okay.
And now they have done it. So now, at the time, they will select the team that will play. And it was more like an off-season game kind of thing. Before the main season will come. The football season, before the football season will start, then they will do this. And they were doing it usually in July.
Okay. I get it. They are not the top teams. But in terms of traditional teams with following.
Fans, yes, with following.
Yeah.
You can't go wrong when you select Kotoko and Hearts. And I think that's why most of it involved Kotoko and Hearts.
Yeah. I think there was an occasion that Olympics joined.
Yeah, of course.
By the time one of the teams, either Kotoko or Hearts, was not available.
Yes.
And they brought in Olympics to play.
Yeah, even in 2003, it was Hearts of Folk and Olympics.
Thank you.
In 2003, Hearts of Folk and Olympics played there.
Because one of the Kotoko was not available.
Yes. Yeah. And then in 2004, it was Asante Kotoko and Liberty Professionals. They played at the time. But sadly, Olympics and Liberty Professionals are not part of the league.
This discussion that we should have involved on
both. Yeah.
But it's good. Yeah,
so I think the last time they did it was in 2023.
Okay.
And it was between Kotoko and Hearts of Folk, and Hearts won.
Hearts won.
Yes, Hearts won. I think 1-0.
Okay.
And this time around, they are doing it again. So let's see how it will go.
How it goes.
And yeah, both of them, I think, and I'm saying that this time around, it is smooth because for some reason, people are taking interest in it.
Yes. No, the hype for this year's
one
seems enormous. Yeah.
For me, I will bring in Mahama Magic. And at the same time, they are now also involving Shatta Wale. And you can't go wrong when you bring Shatta Wale into something like this. And I think the Shatta Wale factor is also playing a role. So for those who are interested in sports, who are interested in football, they are there. And they will support their team to come there. Now there's an angle of those who may not really be interested in football. They watch it once a while, but they are into entertainment. So if Shatta Wale is coming, why not? They will join.
They want to join.
Yes.
Already, if I tell you the number of Shatta Movement fans who are calling me for representation, for complimentary tickets and all, I'm even telling them it is free. They still don't want to believe that it is free. They still want to be assured that they will get safe entry for the match.
Good. And
for Shatta's performance, exactly.
Yes. So for some of them, they are coming there because of Shatta's performance.
Okay.
Even if they love football, ordinarily they will not go to stadium like that. Like once a while they will watch a football match or they will have interest. But now that Shatta Wale is performing, then it's a mass.
It is of interest to
yes,
them.
and even if they are watching it on TV, yes, they are ready to watch Shatta Wale's performance in this case. And I think I will applaud the ministry for this initiative, bringing Shatta Wale on board. I think it's a good idea that they brought Shatta Wale in this case because Shatta will give them the maximum attraction that they are looking for.
And the publicity, talkability that they are looking for.
Yes, and I think it is so strategic that it will be a time that a lot of people will be watching, and it will give President Mahama the opportunity to talk to the whole nation. I mean, some people say football unites nation at any point in time, and I think this will be a good example of something like that. It is two teams in Ghana here playing. Yes, we all love our teams. Support your team, but at the end of the day, this is a Ghana game here, and anybody who is interested in just entertainment or football, you are set. So it's a good one. I think this is a good initiative, and we have to praise them for a good work.
Now, looking at the fact that oftentimes the President's Cup is played in Accra, does it mean it favors Hearts of Oak more? Because this is Hearts of Oak turf. And anytime Kotoko is playing Hearts of Oak in Accra, the results from the little I've seen over the years look like it favors Hearts of Oak sometime. I remember some Hearts of Oak and Kotoko match be that Ajatete sport the party for Kotoko B. I remember even yesterday I watched an interview of Ajatete who was talking about the fact that during one of the matches, then Charles Taylor had moved to Kotoko. So Charles Taylor was giving them hell until they took Charles Taylor out of the match, and right then the thing switched and they scored Kotoko.
Yeah. and I think Charles Taylor out of the game.
No, he was talking about it.
And people were so mad at the coach for doing such an error because Charles Taylor in the game, they think that they did the coach something for him to make that error.
Yeah.
I
You
remember yes. On radio, like you do then time in Kumasi after the game, people will call, share their opinions and what really went wrong, their frustration and all those things. And they were saying that Omunim has a pan. Omu coach ni bibi. Oma ni juju.
Never say that.
Yeah, until the bones are rotting. So it's an interesting one. But as you were asking about the location, they are always doing it in Accra, and you think that it will favor Hearts or those that are here. But when you go through the records, Kotoko has won most of the President Cup.
Than Hearts?
Yes, than Hearts.
Oh,
Kotoko has about 8, and then has 6, and then we have Brekum Chelsea 2.
Oh, I see.
So far Kotoko is leading with 8 wins, and then followed by Hearts 6
with 6,
and then Brekum Chelsea 2.
Wow.
So if Hearts wants to equalize or even go against Kotoko, then this is a crucial moment. They have to win this one to close the gap.
Charlie, I have soft spots for Hearts of Oak.
Yeah, of course. I've seen your jersey before, so
no, but Sunday I don't want to wear Hearts of Oak jersey. Because if I wear Hearts of Oak jersey, it will speak bad of me.
So. Oh, why?
No. I have to be neutral for what we are going to do.
Yeah, for what?
So if I go there, I'm wearing Hearts of Oak jersey. Imagine what it will, the message it will send to those we're going to coordinate with. I was so I have to be very careful how I play. Just that on Sunday, because I'm getting very close to it for the first time. It is my wish that has to win. It is
to close the gap, I think. But when you look at the winners, the winning times, Hearts Suffolk last win was on 2023. That is last year. Last 2 years rather. 2023. They won it. And I think that's the last time that they played the Presidential Cup in Yeah, so Hearts won 1-0 against Kotoko. And now they are doing it again. I am hoping that maybe they will do it one more time to close the gap. But so far they are shortened by 2. Because 8 and 6, 2 difference. So And then Kotoko 2 at this point they may want to increase the gap.
Increase their range.
More gap.
Yeah. This is your boy, Wale Music TV. Send subscribe my shots, wanna subscribe him. If you na click bell no do na me the video be out tomorrow. I want the first person about share. If you na drop a comment was so. Wale Music TV, yes, Shatta Wale ni TV, I yeba more Shatta Wale ni news. Na update, everything be a friend Shatta Wale who be a once a back on the more platform me do. Into bomb more than subscribe, next share. Now brother, and I was still who edumede in Wale Music TV. Video be able post on what had they be a ba Shatta Wale. Inti say Shatta Wale no fan quote send dia blend beti good news. Blend never share, never subscribe. Now brother, and I was still who edumede in the more platform me do. Video be able post on had they be a ba Shatta Wale. Inti say ejimu di day Shatta Wale fan quote send dia blend beti good news ba Shatta Wale. Ne bomb modern share. Now brother, and I was sister. Who edumede in Wale Music TV. Thank you.